Hey everyone, I am so excited that you are hosting a Pampered Chef show with me. I know out of all the consultants you could have picked someone else, but I am so hoping that A, you're going to have fun this week, and B, you're going to get a lot of free products. So, couple things that I wanted to share with you. Please give me a thumbs up after you've watched this video so that I know that you've watched it. Really, I try to keep my parties really simple. And it comes down to two things. First thing, I'm going to have your party set up by about Wednesday-ish to give you from Wednesday to Sunday to do your inviting. Inviting is super, super important. I think it's the number one reason why you may or may not have a successful party. If we think about it, not all of our friends that we invite are going to join, and not everybody that joins is going to order. So for that reason, when people say, well, I don't know if anyone will come, we really have to work on over-inviting. So don't just invite your closest friends or family. You have to think out of the box. People from work, people from your church, maybe people you went to high school with. You know tons of people on Facebook. And don't think of it as you're pestering people to want to come and order from your party. Lots of people love Pampered Chef. So be proud, be bold, be excited that you're having a Pampered Chef party. If they're not excited or they're not interested, they won't join the party. So I'm going to be, once I have your group all set up for each of your parties, I'm going to send you a message that you then copy and paste and send to each of your friends. I do encourage you private message people instead of using the invite button, because then they have to see the notification that they've been asked to join your party. And if they don't see it, they're probably not going to be able to accept the invitation. And most people ignore their notifications. And to me, it's kind of the same as yelling out your front door like, hey, who wants an invite to my party? Most people aren't going to answer because it's just not effective. So even though I know it's more time consuming, sending a private message is going to get way more attention. And the message is going to have a link right to your party group. So all they have to do is click on the link and they're automatically added to the party. So I do encourage you invite at least 100 people. And I know that seems like a lot, but when you start looking at your Facebook friends and people you know, it really isn't that much. The reason I say 100 is because 1 in 3 will actually join. So that's how we get our goal, is to get 30 people in your party by Sunday when my posts start. And out of those 30 people, usually about 1 in 5 will actually place an order and participate. So that's usually about 6, maybe 7 or 8 orders, which usually gets you a fairly large party and great hostess rewards. So, the other thing about sending private messages, though, is you can't send more than about 25 at a time, or you can get blocked from messaging because Facebook sees it as spammy. So that's why I set up the party well in advance, so you can take the time to send the messages and do a really great job in inviting. So I do encourage you, even though life is busy, it takes about 5 minutes to copy and paste and send 25 messages. So I encourage you to get started on your inviting right away. The second most important thing next to inviting is being engaged. So even though I run the party, sorry, I've got all my cats and kids running around. Even though I run the party, I really encourage you to be engaged and be commenting on posts, because if you're engaged in commenting, so will your friends, and they will stick around longer and pay attention to the party. It's kind of like if you had a cooking show and went and hid in your bedroom, your friends would be like, this is boring, she's not engaging, she's not conversating, she must not be having fun, she's not even out here talking, so I might as well go home. Same thing with a virtual party, even more so, we need you engaged in your party. And I get it, life is busy. You don't have to comment as soon as things are posted, but try and be engaged as much as you can. I try and post twice a day, first thing in the morning and then usually late afternoon or around supper time. And it's usually more than one post, but then this way you don't feel like I'm posting constantly all day long. I try and keep my posts to a minimum so that you can keep up with the party and it's fun, not a daunting task. So if you got all that, basically inviting enough people, the goal is to get 30 people in the party. Second thing is to be super engaged and be commenting on your friends' comments if you can. It's not meant to be hugely time consuming. Lots of times you're on Facebook anyway. Of course, my cat decides to want to scratch himself. Anyways, hopefully that all works for you. If it works for you, give me a thumbs up, and I can't wait to get your parties all started.